At his peak, Steve Spurrier not only commanded the world of college football, but he definitely made fun of his competition. At the University of Florida during the 1990s, Spurrier's Gators would beat down their opponent, and then more often than not, the old ball coach would take a shot at the opposition. Never nasty, often funny, but always sarcastic and charming. That was Spurrier. His best lines often came at the expense of the University of Tennessee, a football program so familiar with the second-tier Citrus Bowl that Spurrier famously said after beating the Vols, "You can't spell citrus without UT." Well, after a big 40-6 win in his debut with the Orlando Apollos of the Alliance of American Football on Saturday, Spurrier was back to his old tricks. After being told of his sixth straight victory when taking over a new job, Spurrier took a jab at the Washington Redskins, who he coached for 2 seasons in the early 2000s. So Spurrier is now 6-0 in first games coaching a new team. After the game, he says, 6 team to win the first one. Even won the at Redskins, and that's not easy to do. Face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy. Pic.twitter.com/8i712nubbin. Ben Murphy, at Ben Murphy TV, February 10, 2019. Spurrier didn't win much in D.C. He went 12-20 in 2 seasons, and even phoned in his resignation from a golf course, but he did win the opener. Can't take that away from him. And now, even in the AAF, he still has his wit. Can't take that away either. More football news. Rashad Ross played parts of 3 years with the Redskins, including the full 2015 season. He had blazing speed and was a weapon in the vertical pass game as well as on kickoffs. The team released Ross in 2016, and he hasn't played in the NFL since. This past weekend, however, Ross tore it up in his Alliance of American Football debut. Playing with the Arizona Hotshots, Ross grabbed 5 catches for 103 yards and 2 touchdowns. And he showed the speed too. Add off Hotshots. Deep ball. He's a speed burner for real for real. Fire https://t.co/nxnicop5w. Will Blackman, at Will Blackman, February 11, 2019. Ross got caught in a numbers game playing for the Redskins, when some of the coaching staff preferred Ryan Grant's game. Grant could play all 3 WR positions and was a big help on special teams. Ross played specials as a returner, but could only man the outside receiver spot. His speed is special, and the Skins could have used some last fall after Paul Richardson got hurt. If Ross can continue to stack up big games like he did in the AAF opening weekend, he could very well be on an NFL roster this summer when teams go to training camp. More Redskins news. Jay Gruden's 22-year-old son, Jack, was arrested early Saturday morning at the One Loudoun Shopping Center in Ashburn, Virginia, and charged with being drunk in public, according to the Loudoun County Sheriff's Office. Around 2:15 a.m., a deputy observed a confrontation that involved Gruden and another male, per the sheriff's office. The two separated, but Gruden pursued the other person to continue the argument. That's when the deputy chose to intervene, again separating the two. However, Gruden later found himself in 2 more confrontations with other people in the area, and he was eventually arrested. Gruden has since been released from the Loudoun County Adult Detention Center on a personal recognizance bond. Personal recognizance bond is a written promise signed by the defendant saying that he or she will be in attendance for future court appearances and not participate in any further illegal activity. Gruden works for the Redskins as a video assistant, helping film drills and team work at practices. Washington released a statement Monday afternoon after the news broke. "We are aware of the arrest of Jack Gruden," Tony Willey, the Redskins senior vice president of communications, said. "We are gathering more information and will not comment until we have further details." Safety Monty Nicholson was also arrested at One Loudoun back in December on assault charges. More Redskins news.